Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne. My name is Beth, and I'm back today to do another reading for you guys. This one's going to be a Lighthouse and Pebble reading. I have been really loving these metaphors. The lighthouse is a metaphor for the light being shown on some aspect of your life. It could be a relationship, could be a person. There's a lot of different things it could be. And the pebble is a metaphor for one small thing happening to bring about like a really big positive ripple effect, you know, or domino effect, or just massive amount of change in some way. So I'm going to be looking at these. These are like little, this is like a little part of my mini deck, which I have never shown actually on camera before. I've never used it any of these readings that I've recorded for YouTube before. Today I'm recording at the library, and I did not bring in my other cards and my charm readings, but I was like, you know what? My guides really were like encouraging me to do another reading. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to pull some of the cards from my personal deck, and it's like a little mini deck because we have the pebble here, and this is a piece of amethyst. It looks like a pebble and a card that represents the lighthouse. So I'm just going to kind of go with it. I've turned it over because I shoveled it and then I put it down, and I don't know what the card is going to be, which is good because I want to go into it kind of blind. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been amazing during this process and journey I am on. I am currently still living in my car. I still sleep in my car, and I still am trying to find work and trying to figure out what comes next for myself. So all donations are really appreciated at this time. It has been a grueling month of trying to figure out how I was going to get through this month, and just big prayers, please, requested for everybody to just pray for me and just continue to send positive energy. And I just ask that everybody just please send me as much positive energy as possible, and keep me in your thoughts and prayers, because it's just been a really tough time. And I have been putting out, I have to say, the maximum effort that I could possibly put out. Today, actually, I was like, I'm going to be really kind to myself and take a little rest. But then I was like, I have to go eat lunch, and I have to try to record before I run out of charge. So I was like, I'm just going to do this little mini reading, and hopefully you guys like it. If you want to donate, you can donate through PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. Those are the fastest way. You also can do my GoFundMe campaign. All of the links are going to be in the description box as well as the comments. So big shout out to everybody who's been amazing, and thank you guys so much. So as a reminder to everybody, this is for all signs. This is not just for one specific sign. I read for the collective, and the way I see it is, if you found this post, then this is for you. So let's see what we get here. Oh, okay, so just so you guys know, these cards don't mean anything to anybody else. This is not traditional tarot at all. This is a deck that I handmade, hand cut out of like little greeting cards, card stock. So essentially it's not going to make sense to anybody else. And so that's the beauty of it. And I want to kind of move in a direction where I almost just don't have anything visual. I just read it, read the energy that shows up, or what comes to my mind, maybe later down the line in time. But anyways, today, so the card that we got here is a card that to me represents finances. So when we look at the lighthouse energy, the lighthouse is shining a light on the area of your life that is related specifically to your finances. To me, this is small potatoes, not large potatoes. Just so to me, it's like money that you make. Could be a side hustle, could be a gig, could be money picked up from babysitting or house sitting, little bits at a time. It doesn't necessarily mean a big chunk, but those of you who handle big, larger numbers, you know, with your finances, this could also represent that as well, because the lighthouse is magnifying things, right? Because it's shining a light on this. So you could, for some of you actually, I'm just going to say, as I'm getting this, that some of you might kind of bounce where you might not have very much, and then boom, suddenly you're the channel for money and a lot of money comes in. You might be not expecting that either. So like kind of like rags to riches a little bit. I don't necessarily feel like everybody's going to be resonating with that. I definitely feel like for most of you, it's the energy of like not living paycheck to paycheck, but having enough for your basic needs. And the light in that area is shining on that. So it's like you're going to be very focused on having enough for your basic needs, having enough for your bills. And I feel like it's actually very positive. So for those of you who kind of maybe have struggled a little bit with finances, to me, it's a very good sign that there's a strong money focus, and I feel like where your attention goes, that's where energy flows. So I definitely feel like it's positive for those of you who are focused on career and finances. This could be money from your paycheck. This could be money from work that you're doing. It doesn't necessarily have to be like falling out of the sky. Although, because the lighthouse is shining on it, there's energy that's going into it. So maybe you're putting energy into something. You're putting hours of work into something. You know, I feel like that's coming up as well. The pebble. Okay, so how does this relate to the pebble? The way I see it is, for some of you, you might have waited on some money, or for some of you, there might not have been much money, and it's sort of like all you need is like a small amount of money to really make a difference. It can make a big difference. I'm also getting that some of you don't realize like the good that you can do in the world, like by doing small acts of kindness, or like doing a small donation to someplace. Let's just say hypothetically you were, you know, looking at you know, rescuing animals, okay, or like, you know, you wanted to donate to an animal rescue. Even like donating $20 is still a huge amount because it adds up with everybody else that's donating. So it's kind of like the contribution that you make is important. Now, I'm also getting, and this is something interesting, the pebble in your life might be something that you do, something that you say, or something that you contribute to someone or give to someone, and it turns out to be a really beautiful thing. It turns out to be really big in their life somehow. It might seem small to you, but really big to them. Because again, the pebble is the contrast. The pebble is the one small thing that sets the avalanche off, that sets things into motion. So